those wormin, squirmin' kids at home, in school? Oh my gosh, they have so much energy. It just seems like their cells are popcorn and they're just popping and moving and jumping and touching and running and getting out of their seats all of the time, right? Now, it's really, really important to know that there are some brain-based reasons that kids move too much, okay? One reason is that they have too little or too much of a specific neurotransmitter, all right? And what happens in the brain is that there's this balance between excitatory neurotransmitters and inhibitory neurotransmitters. And if the profile isn't all balanced, you can get lots of symptomatology, anxiety, depression, but commonly you can be hypermotoric. That means moving just too much, okay? Now the thing about this is that you don't always have to have a problem to move too much. If you're young, it's normal to move. Because in fact, since the brain grows from the bottom up and from the back forward, all of our thinking functions actually rest on our movement. Can you believe that? So to allow unrestricted movement in those, first 24 months is really, really important for development of the brain. And then moving up to 5 years of age, providing opportunities for climbing and sliding and turning upside down and, playing wrestling and games with mommy and daddy. Those are all really, really important for brain development, okay? So it's going to be really natural for lots of children to move a lot before they go to school. Now, how do you know if a child might be hyperactive when they're very, very young, even before the diagnosis formally kicks in? Well, if they're moving so much that it impacts their everyday functioning, i.e. they're not able to sit at the table long enough to even eat, okay? I mean like 10 seconds and they're gone, right? Or if they're moving so much or staying so awake at night that they're not getting proper sleep. That's when you've got to go see your pediatrician or developmental pediatrician because, well, we generally did not diagnose ADHD, under about 7 years of age. It's important that we don't miss those kids who might be needing helpful interventions, okay? So the important thing is to understand that there's a lot of biology under which we move. Now, I want to say another thing about it. The fact that we've restricted movement in our schools and in our children's lives, and we say, sit there and hold still, and I'm going to teach you, and then you give it back to me, that is no good for children. We are agricultural beings. We are made to roam this earth and move in order to learn and grow. So, if your child's in a setting where they need to go to school and they're walking 700 total steps the whole day, you really need to make sure that they're able to have movement and exercise in the morning before they go to school and lots of movement and exercise after school because the brain actually needs movement in order to learn.